Good day, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Math with Teacher Justin. On today's topic, we're going to talk about arithmetic mean. Okay, so let's define what is an arithmetic mean. An arithmetic mean is terms between any two non-consecutive terms of an arithmetic sequence. So for example, this one, we have 1 and 37. So we have two non-consecutive terms, and in between them, we have three missing numbers. And these three missing numbers are called arithmetic mean. Yeah. Now, how do we solve for the arithmetic mean? We will still use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d, or the arithmetic sequence formula. Now, let's have some examples in solving this arithmetic mean. Alright, now, let's have our first example. This first example is 1 and 37, and we are going to identify what will be the value inside that, or what will be the value between these two terms. Now, in order for us to solve this, or to find the arithmetic means, we're going to identify the given. So first, we have to identify our first term, which is 1, and our last term, which is 37. And according to our last term, the position of our last term is it is in the fifth term. So it is at the fifth term of our arithmetic sequence. Now our n will be equal to 5, and we're looking for the common difference. What are we going to add to the first term to get the second term, to get the third term, to get the fourth term, and to get the fifth term? We will still use the same formula, x sub n is equal to x sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. Then we proceed to our substitution. Okay, let's substitute all the given. We have 1 plus the quantity 5 minus 1 times d. Then let's simplify the grouping. 5 minus 1, that will give us 4. And we will substitute the value of x sub 5. Since we're given the value of our last term, the fifth term, we will substitute it here. Let's proceed by solving for the value of our common difference. So let's subtract both sides by 1 for us to isolate our variable term. Okay, so let's subtract both sides by 1. We will have 37 minus 1, that is 36, is equal to, we can just simply cancel 1. That will give us 0, and then bring down 4d. Okay, then let's divide both sides by 4. Dividing both sides by 4, d is equal to 9. Okay, so that will be our common difference. Now that we have our common difference, we can now insert that in our arithmetic sequence. So we know that the next term will be plus 9. Okay, so first term plus 9, that will give us 10. 10 plus 9, that will give us 19. And 19 plus 9, it will give us 28. And 28 plus 9, it will give us 37. That's how you insert the arithmetic mean. Now let's have another example. Okay, let's have our second example. So in this second example, we have 6, then blank, blank, and then 60. So we have two missing terms in our arithmetic sequence. So first thing that we need to do is to get our given. So our first term is 6. We don't have our second term and third term. And we have our fourth term. So our fourth term is 60. Now, since we have 4 terms in this given, we have n is equal to 4. That's the number of terms in our sequence right now. Okay? Now, in order for us to complete this arithmetic sequence, we need to identify or solve common difference. And in order for us to solve it, we will use the arithmetic sequence formula by substituting our given values to our formula. We will have x sub 4 is equal to 6 plus the quantity 4 minus 1 times d. Then, we will combine like terms. we will combine this. Okay, it will give us 3d. Okay, we will replace x sub 4 by 60. Then, let's solve for the value of d by applying the rules in solving equations. Now, first, isolate our variable term. So, we will subtract both sides by 6. So, subtracting both sides by 6, it will give us 54. And 6 minus 6, it will be 0. So, it will be equal to 3d. Now, in order for us to solve d, we divide both sides by 3. So, dividing both sides by 3, it will give us d is equal to 18. That will be our common difference. So, to get our missing terms in this arithmetic sequence, we will just add 18 in our first term and then add 18 consecutively. Okay, so we have 6 plus 18, that is 24. And 24 plus 18, it will give us 42. And 42 plus 18, it will give us 60. So that's it. Our arithmetic sequence is complete. Alright. Okay, let's have our last example for today. So for example, we have negative 20, blank, 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 15. So we have 4 missing terms in this arithmetic sequence, and we're going to solve for all the missing terms. Now, how do we do that? First, let's set up our given. So our first term is negative 20. Our last term, which is x sub 6, is 15. So again, we need to count how many terms are there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So our n is equal to 6. Now that we have our given, we know what we're looking for, and it is our common difference. So what are we going to add to our first term to get our second term, third term, fourth term, and fifth term? We will use the formula x sub n is equal to x sub 1 plus the quantity n minus 1 times d. Alright? Okay. Then, let's substitute all the given. So we have x sub 6 is equal to negative 20 plus the quantity 6 minus 1 times d. And then, let's combine like terms and substitute the value of x sub 6. So x sub 6 will be equal to 15, and 6 minus 1, it will give us 5. Now let's solve for the value of d by applying the rules in solving equation. So let's start first by isolating our variable term and adding both sides by 20. So let's add both sides by 20. It will give us 35, and it is equal to, we cancel this, cancel, cancel, and bring down 5d. Then divide both sides by 5. We will have d is equal to 7. So that will be our common difference. Alright, now that we have our common difference, we know what to add to our first term to get our last term. So our common difference is 7. So negative 20 plus 7, that will give us negative 13. Negative 13 plus 7, it will give us negative 6. Negative 6 plus 7, it will give us 1. And 1 plus 7, that will give us 8. And 8 plus 7, that will give us 15. Now that you already know how to insert arithmetic means in our arithmetic sequence, it is your turn to try it. Please try to answer this problem, and if you need more time, just pause the video, and if you have your answer, please leave your answers in our comment section below. That's it for today. I hope you learned a lot in our discussion. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you have comments, questions, recommendations, suggestions, please leave a comment in our comment section below. Share this video and subscribe. And for more videos like this, you can go to my channel, Teacher Justin. Again, I'm Teacher Justin. Goodbye, God bless, and stay safe. See you on my next video. Peace!